Hello everyone, my name is Wilson and we are doing a Magic Origins draft. And in this pack there is a Planeswalker and his name is Jace. And let me tell you a little about Jace. He is a boy prodigy. He can read minds. He is also studies under the Professor Merfolk Looter and Headmaster Vryn. We haven't seen Vryn yet, but and he grows up to be a pretty cool guy. Jace is he's a good card. He's a good card. Other good cards in this pack are Clash of Wills, Bounding Krasis, Conclave Naturalist, Elvish Visionary, Suppression Bonds, and Watercourser, sort of. Lots of very good cards in this pack. Maybe we can wheel something like Clash of Wills or Bounding Krasis out of this pack, maybe even like a Conclave Naturalist or Elvish Visionary, but we're going to take Jace and be pretty happy with it. Alright, in this pack, there's not a whole lot for us in the whole blue department. There is a Scrapskin Drake, but, Scrapskin Drake is just kind of okay. There's also a Fleshbag Marauder, Eyeblight Assassin, Cleric of the Forward Order, aforementioned Scrapskin Drake. I'm going to take this Cleric of the Forward Order. It's not a exciting pick by any stretch of the imagination. It's no Jace Vryn's Prodigy. And it's no gold card, but it is just a solid 2-drop, and 2-drops are very important in this format. So we're going to take Cleric of the Forward Order and, be okay with that. All right. Wow. Actually, are we going to just go deep? Are we just going to go super deep and make the actual Sphinx's Tutelage deck in Limited? I think we are. Willbreaker is pretty good. It is a combo with Jace's +1 ability. But Tutelage, if you get that early, that's pretty insane. Especially since we have Jace, and like that's a thing. Also, it looks like blue is wide open coming from our right. So we're going to take Sphinx's Tutelage here. Be quite happy with that. Here is an Artificer's Epiphany and a Fairy Miscreant. There's also a Read the Bones. I think it's between Artificer's Epiphany and Read the Bones as far as like card draw spells. And I think between the two, I like the Artificer's Epiphany better. Not a whole lot more than Read the Bones. In fact, Read the Bones is just a better card. But sticking in blue for now, I think is good. And, we don't know about black. We haven't seen any other black that makes us think that black is actually open. While Artificer's Epiphany is very good here. There's an Elvish Visionary. Works well with Sphinx's Tutelage. Another Artificer's Epiphany. And then things like Screeching Scab. I'm going to take this Elvish Visionary and try and envision a deck that can make Sphinx's Tutelage work. Alright, well, we have another Cleric of the Forward Order and a Scrapskin Drake, and also a Negate. Picking up the second Cleric is pretty good. We already have the first, and Negate is not bad. Same with Scrapskin Drake, is not bad at all. As far as green cards go, there's not a whole lot in here. I'm going to take the Scrapskin Drake. I'm still not sure what our second color is. And passing up on an actual playable blue card while speculating on a second color is not exactly where I want to be. So here's a Fairy Miscreant, which I don't know. I mean, I've never made this deck before. It may be very good. There's also Healing Hands. Uh-oh. We do need to stay alive for Sphinx's Tutelage to work. There's also a Nivix Barrier. We already saw one Fairy Miscreant. I'm positive that we'll get the other one back. Although Fairy Miscreants are not great. You know what? I'm going to take the Fairy Miscreant. We're going deep. We're going super deep. Now we're going to take Calculated Dismissal. Okay. Alright. I think I know where we're going here with this deck. Send to Sleep is not bad, but it's not great either. Clash of Wills came back. That's perfect. Perfect for our deck. Let's see. The Negate, we'll take that. And Ringward now. Okay. All right. So I still don't know about our second color. I mean, we can take it. I don't know if it's ever going to make any sort of main deck. Reclaim. And... I mean, this deck looks awesome already. I don't know about the Scrap Skin Drake, but this deck looks super, super duper awesome. I mean, it's Jace. Jace and Sphinx's Tutelage. Like, we have it. We have it all. And a mountain. Alright. Okay. Interesting cards here. There is a Kythian's Irregulars, but I don't think we're that irregular. There is a Throwing Knife and also an Alchemist Vial, as well as a Screeching Scab. You know, it might be Alchemist Vial. Kythian's Irregulars are pretty good. Wild Instincts is also pretty good. We could go the green route. All those green cards did get taken in the first pack, including like Bounding Krasis and the Conclave Naturalist. So I don't know how well green is going to be open from our left. I think it is just a Wild Instincts here. We didn't get the other Fairy Miscreant, by the way. That's kind of a bummer. Throwing Knives is also interesting. I mean, do we want Wild Instincts or do we want the Alchemist Vial? I think actually we want Alchemist Vial. It's too good. It's too good with our deck. It's way too good. Now we can take an Aspiring Aeronaut. There's an Evolving Wilds, another Wild Instincts, which is a little depressing to pass up on. But I don't know if we're even going to be green. We have an Elvish Visionary. This provides a lot of blockers, too. Well, I really like this card. But I think it's going to be Bone to Ash. Bone to Ash not only draws us a card, but it also is Permission. And this deck, I think, is going to be pretty heavy on Permission. Yeah, I think it's going to be this. This is sort of turning into a train wreck. Instants and sorceries cost you 1 less. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, scry 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instants and sorceries. I think we're going to go deep. There's also a Stratuswalk here. Stratuswalk actually may wheel. There's also another Dreadwaters. Not another Dreadwaters, but our first Dreadwaters. But I think that'll wheel. All right, we're going way Jace deep now. We're going super Jace deep. We have Jace. We have his house. Yeah, this is gonna be sweet. And by sweet, I mean a complete and utter train wreck. But I think it's still gonna be sweet. The Psychic Rebuttal may come in because it has Jace on it. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know what's going on in this picture, but I'm assuming that Jace is in this picture. We'll take another Artificer's Epiphany. Artificer's Epiphany is super good with the Aspiring Aeronauts, too. Man, this deck is so good. Alright, interesting pick here. There's a Calculated Dismissal, a Meteorite, and a Sent to Sleep. Sent to Sleep is 1 blue, tap 2 creatures. This is also just Mana Leak with Jace's Sanctum. I think it's going to be Calculated Dismissal. Getting the Scry 2 is also pretty good. Yeah, I think it's just Calculated Dismissal. I think we're good on Calculated Dismissals. So there's a Fairy Miscreant. There's also an Artificer's Epiphany. But I think more Miscreants are going to be where it's at. And a good blocker. Ooh, Jameday Tome. Uh-oh. Jameday Tome. I mean, like, it's a better second part of Sphinx's Tutelage. No, we need the creature. We need the creature to block. And here... I mean, we can just name blue. Oh my gosh, we're so doing it. Deep Sea Terror? Sure. We need something at the top. Nivix Barrier. Perfect. Dreadwaters. Perfect. Amperin Tactician for some reason. Ooh, Magmatic Insight? Ooh. Now, we're going to take the Amperin Tactician. Just straight out of the pack. Oh my gosh. So this is 22 playables. I use the term playable very loosely with this deck. But it's more like Jace and 21 playables. So, I don't know. This is going to be sweet. All right, we'll reach out and touch someone. And all right, so yeah, I think this deck is pretty darn sweet. I mean, dropping Prism Ring and naming blue, we're just gonna gain infinite life. Like, we're gonna gain at least, what is this, 20 life? How can our opponents beat us when we're at 40? I mean, I assume that I'm playing all my cards in a game. All right, Plains is the last card. All right, what do we want? We want something sweet. We want like Whirler Rogue, or I don't know, some sweet blue card. Void Mage Separatist is a sweet blue card. There's a Disperse, which is kind of like a Void Mage Separatist, but doesn't have a 2/2 attached to it. Rune Servitor. I hope that comes back. Yeah, we're gonna take the Separatist Void Mage. All right, here we can take a Watercourser or Ringwarden Owl or Chief of the Foundry. Chief of the Foundry makes Aspiring Aeronauts better, and that's about it. So I think it's just a Watercourser. All right, Watercourser that is. We've seen no Claustrophobias, so I kind of want to pick up like 3 more Fairy Miscreants, like 2 Claustrophobias, a Whirler Rogue. Is that so much to ask? What would be sweet is an Alhamret's Archive. We should have asked for Alhamret's Archive. Oh, Days Undoing? Well, Days Undoing is not exactly what we want. Huh. Do we want to turn to Frog instead of Days Undoing? I mean, Days Undoing, it doesn't work with Sphinx's tutelage, and it makes Jace really bad. But we do have a lot of permission to untap with. All right, I think I assume that it's Days Undoing. Hopefully we get this Dreadwaters or Return to Frog or Turn to Frog or anything back like that. But we'll take this Days Undoing. Scrapskin Drake or Stratus Dancer, or Stratus Walk, not Stratus Dancer. That's a Megamorph. I think that it's Stratus Walk. Yeah, I think that it's Stratus Walk. All right, there we go. There we go. There's an Aspiring Aeronauts in the same pack, which is kind of a bummer, but we'll take the Claustrophobia. Ooh, and a Separatist Void Mage very late. There's a Scab Goliath too. Oh, you know what's cool is that we can play Scab Goliath, exile. Oh no, it's exiling creatures, not just regular cards. I thought you could exile just regular cards. And then what I was going to say is you can exile lands and then Days Undoing, shuffle all your spells back, but it's not the case. I think that it's Separatist Void Mage. I mean, he's very, very good. We'd like a Disperser Scab Goliath, but Separatist Void Mage is insane. Hydrolash, perfect. Perfect. Another Bone to Ash or another Calculated Dismissal. I think our second Bone to Ash is better than our third Calculated Dismissal. Disperse. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ringwarden Owl. We're just getting it all. Oh, Dreadwaters came back? Gosh, our deck is so good. Our deck is so good. Look at this. It's all blue. And we have a Prism Ring. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We'll take this Murder Investigation. All right. What are we actually not playing? Psychic Rebuttal, probably. Ooh, Guardians? Yeah, Guardians are great. All right, so I don't think that we're going to play these Dreadwaters. And I don't think that we'll actually play this Deep Sea Terror. Reclaim is a card. I don't know about this Nivix Barrier. All right, we're going to have to talk about Jace's Sanctum in a bit, because I don't know if we have enough to do it. Fairy Miscreants can probably go. All right. Oh, I was about to sort by color. Bam. Look at that. We're so good. We're so good at drafting. All right. So let's see. We want to cut... Man, all these cards are so good. Probably negate. All right. So let's talk about Jace's Sanctum here. We have 1, 2, 3. I mean, these turn into cancels with this out. There's these. There's that. There's this. There's Disperse. I don't know about Stratuswalk. We're not playing a whole lot of creatures. I don't know. I don't know Jace's Sanctum. If there's a Jace's Sanctum deck, this is it. But I'm not sure. I'm skeptical. Guardians of Miletus was a good pickup, too. Alright, maybe we cut the Jace's Sanctum. And we have to cut 2 more cards. Let's see. It's definitely not Prism Ring. Oh my goodness. It's also an artifact for our Artificer's Epiphanies. Let's see. So these are our creatures. Pretty great. Let's see. To cut like 2 more cards. Is it like a Bone to Ash and a Calculated Dismissal? Just these 2? And just run this? I wonder what kind of land we run. Maybe islands? I mean, I think this deck is insane. By insane, I mean it's insane that we did this. I think we just totally spewed off packs. But, I mean, what if we win? What if we win? What if this is a thing? I don't know. Alright, I'm adding lands. 17 islands. Bam. We're doing it. We're in. It's happening. See you all for round 1.